Midnight Runner. Midnight Run is a much better known uh, movie, even if you haven't heard of it. It has Michael Robert De Niro. What was with Michael in my mind? And Charles Grodin. The Robert De Niro is another very good film. Detective, uh, private detective. In fact, more of a ransom collector or something, bond collector, who has to find an accountant for a sort of a gangster group, mafia group. He ran away and he took a lot of money with him. So a comedy, interesting, very nice. Midnight Runner, however, is independent, Swiss, so a small audience, I'm afraid, for it in this case. Interesting. I'm especially impressed with the actor in the leading role. I've seen him in Mario, also on Cinemax. Lucky for Cinemax that we see independent films from Switzerland, from the Dominican Republic. I've seen a film, two in fact, one over the last 2 years, I guess, but another one recently, The Projectionist. So good for. In fact, we have. It's part of HBO, and now we have HBO 1, 2, 3, Cinemax 1 and 2. So 5 plus the others, 5 film counts. If in Mario the controversial subject dealt with homosexuality in sports, Mario was an athlete who was gay, and that had a serious impact on his career. We're looking at the fact that on one side it is perhaps not so easy to accommodate the situation where you have a player, a soccer player in this case, showering with other guys who know he's gay. So maybe, I'm not sure, it's like sharing the locker room or with a woman, or these things will have to be sorted out. Of course, we're entering another age, so discrimination has to stop. The Supreme Court of the US has just ruled in this sense, even if they're Republican dominated, conservative. So in other words, even conservatives are changing their views, and that's good. In this one, he's a very good runner, the hero, and becomes a criminal. Starts small, so to say, by one night as he's running, he's preparing very hard because he's one of the top, based on real facts, one of the top runners of Switzerland. And while he's preparing, he's running, he just takes the bag of a woman as he runs on the street, a woman met on the street. But then from there, he becomes one of the typical, as if you will, it reminds me of Zodiac in a way, killers, sending messages to the police. At one point, he's preparing to send. They have the profile and the image, drone image of him, and he's cutting it from the newspaper and ready to send it to the police, saying, "Well, you're naughty." I don't have the word, so you're bad because I shave every day, and there's a stubble. I don't know. He has some facial hair. But maybe his girlfriend will be on to this. Maybe she will see what happens. She will understand. She will place the pieces of the puzzle. I'm not sure. I don't get into the details. Even if the chances that you watch this and you watch this far, and then you try and find this on the net, and you find it, and then you're wondering why I said what happens at one stage or another, are very small. I mean, next to zero. 1 in 4 billion, maybe. So anyway, to clear this out, what's interesting about the movie is that the end seems to me, at least, maybe you figure it out, somewhat unclear. I mean, we don't know. I can't tell you she does this, he does that, this is how the police is doing the other thing, or I'm not sure.